Hello everyone, I'm Becky Goldsmith with Piece of Cake, and I want to show you how I take my applique blocks off the wall and how I carry my applique blocks around with me. It's really simple. Alright, so I make little folders, these little folders. These are cut down file folders. I cut mine 7 inches this way and 10.5 inches this way. And inside here, I've cut a piece of bamboo felt. It's actually a bamboo rayon mix. This is the best stuff I've found. You could use flannel and you could use a lightweight batting, but honestly, I like this better than any of them. All right, I do not sew the bamboo felt into the little folder. I just cut them and set it in there. Now, when I've got an applique quilt mocked up on the wall, and this little block is actually part of a much bigger quilt, and I've already taken those blocks off the wall. When I sew this quilt, I don't want to clump all my applique together in one quadrant. I want to sew all of the number 1s, and then all of the number 2s, and all of the number 3s, and so on. And the reason I do that is because if you clump too much applique together on your block, it can skew the background. So, what I want is to take the applique shapes off the wall in such a way that that number 1 is on the top of a stack, and then that one, and that one, and that one, and all the way through until my highest number, which is the block center, is the last thing in the stack, and that's what I'll do. So the way I do this is this. Let me shift the camera. I place my overlay that has the numbers on it off to the side, and then I put the open folder with the bamboo felt page on my ironing board. Let me move the camera a little closer. And then I look at the overlay and I look at the block and I take the shapes off in reverse order. So that's number 9. I'm going to take number 9 off. And then my next one is, well, it's this one right here. So I want to take these off in reverse order. Now all of these fabrics are the same, so for this shape it really wouldn't matter how I take them off. But now you'll notice that each of the flowers is different. I need to take them off in a specific order. So I want to take off, let's see, let me look at this. That's number 8, so I want to take this one, and then this one, and then that one, and then that one. And I'm going to place that right there. And then I'm going to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so on. You get the idea until eventually the stem that's number 1, which is right there, is going to be on the, no, it's not that stem that'll be number 1. It's that blue leaf underneath that stem that's going to be on the top of the stack. Okay. So this block is made with Liberty of London fabrics, and they are really fine fabrics. So I can make a stack of all these applique shapes, and it's still pretty short. If I had a much bigger block or thicker fabric, instead of stacking the pieces on top of each other like this, I might slope them up the page. So I might have this one, and then these, and then these, so that the stack builds up the page. You just have to adapt your little book to however your blocks work. If I've got really big shapes, I do the same thing. I just make sure that they're overlapped in such a way that it's easy to decipher later. Now, let me show you the block I'm working on, because it's one of these. Other side. There it is. This is what I'm sewing. These are the shapes that are next up to sew. It's real easy when I open my block. I know what comes next. Now, the other thing you might have noticed when I opened this, that on the other side, I've got my next block right there. So when I'm traveling, I don't have to carry a pizza box. I don't have to carry anything real bulky. I just have, usually, when I'm out of town, one folder with enough applique to keep me busy while I'm gone. The folder is flat, It's very portable. I usually stick it inside of a pouch that I made along with my travel sandboard and the overlay. The overlay fits in there. If I was going to be gone a long time, I might have more applique than this with me. It's really an efficient way to carry your blocks around. When I take a large quilt off the wall, I'll have several folders. I might make notes on them. I put them together in a baggie, put them on the shelf. My design wall is then free for whatever comes up next. So that is how I carry my travel things. Some of you may remember we used to have a product called the Applique Caddy. It was basically the same thing. The only thing besides file folders that you might want to purchase for this would be the bamboo felt, and I do carry that on my website. It's inexpensive, it works really well, I like it a lot, but I especially like this way for carrying my applique, and I hope you do too. So I hope you have many happy stitches, and thank you for watching.